What's up, guys? My name's Dustin. Thanks for checking out my channel. Gonna do a follow-up video on the Maxxis Dissector and with the, let's see here, the Rekon 2.4 Max Terra as a rear tire. So I took this out for 5 rides, probably got 70 miles on the Dissector Rekon, and I was expecting more out of this tire. Spoiler alert, I'm definitely not going to keep this Rekon on the back. It was fast, and but it just honestly didn't seem that much faster than the Aggressor that I normally run. Even though, so I weighed this, it came in at 809 grams. I had a second one also, I weighed it, it came in at like, without packaging, to like I want to say 812, so almost the exact same on the two that I ordered. I ended up selling the other one to a buddy. After riding this on the rear, I'm just not even going to attempt to run one of these. I was going to run one front and rear just to see what happened, but at speeds over like 30 miles an hour, it's just, I like a sense of security in my tires. So I went back to Dissector Aggressor. I think I'm just settling on this combo. I know this review is going to be about Dissector Rekon Combo, but I mean, let's talk about the pros. It definitely is a little bit more pedal friendly than the Aggressor on your climbs and on the flats. But once you start pointing it downhill, I actually think the Aggressor rolls better. It feels like it just has more speed when the trail gets steep. So, and it really doesn't sacrifice that much on the flat stuff. So yeah, I don't know. This is a good tire. I'm not talking down on it. I don't think it's a bad tire. It's definitely like, if I was gonna do a really long day of climbing and descending, then yeah, I'd probably go with this and maybe even throw one on the front. But if I'm doing like a race or an XC trail type race, then yeah, I'd probably lean that route. But I like traction. I mean, I like my rear tire to be a little bit playful, and that's why I think I like the Aggressor, but at the same time feel secure, have really good cornering. And that Aggressor, it rolls like, I've ran a semi-slick before, the Rock Razor, and I just wasn't really impressed. They don't climb very well, especially when they're really dry out here. They tend to just spin out on climbs, and I'm not a huge fan of the semi-slicks. This one's kind of like a 3/4 slick in my opinion. It's got some really beefy corner knobs, and it rolls similar to a semi-slick. And the Rekon, I mean, it feels like it rolls similar. I don't know, I was expecting it to be a little bit faster. I didn't really feel like I gained anything in speed-wise, and I felt like I lost a little sense of security in the rear tire, and I lost a little bit of cornering traction. I could feel it break loose here and there. It's pretty good. Like, it's a good tire, and it feels fine. But I just don't want a tire that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. So probably just see if sell this one to another buddy or something. You know, 30 bucks, 40 bucks, whatever I can get for it. 5 rides on it. Tread's still pretty good on this thing. So looks brand new after 5 rides. So good durability for being a Max Terra compound. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of keep this thing short. I really love the Dissector. My normal front tire is an Assegai, and I noticed a bigger difference going from an Assegai to the Dissector in the front in terms of speed and rolling than I did going from the Aggressor to the Rekon. So I think that's where I noticed the biggest difference. So I think that's just going to stay on the back of my bike. The Aggressor 2.3, and then I can kind of go Assegai or Dissector up front, depending on the call of duty for that day. So Yeah, I think this is my favorite new setup, the Dissector Aggressor. So let's talk about the way I break down the front tires from Maxxis. So this is just how I look at it. I don't know if anyone else looks at it like this, but you've got the DHF, which has been the king forever, and then you got the Assegai. I think the Assegai rolls faster, even though it's a little bit heavier, and I think it just has better traction. So if we're talking DHF, I'm going Assegai every time. Then you got the DHR2, which comes in at 2.4, and the other ones come in 2.5. So the DHR2, I really like that tire. I've ran them front and rear, and I think that's also a solid combo. But at the same time, at 955 grams, so I mean, that's a substantial savings from an Assegai to a DHR2, so I like that. But at the same time, I think this Dissector grips just as good, and you can shave another 40 grams. So it's like, I'd like to go more on the other ends of the spectrum than the Minions are kind of like here, and then I look at the Assegai and then the Dissector here, whereas I think Dissector has just as much grip as the Minions, and it's just lighter and faster. To where the Assegai, yeah, I don't know, I'm tossing the DHF out. I'm kind of over those tires. I've ran them for years, and they're good tires. I'm not saying they're bad tires. I'm just saying in comparison, I'm going Assegai, and then if I'm going down to a DHR2, I mean, I'd rather just go to this. I feel like it's just so much faster. I mean, if you want better braking, DHR2 is the best braking tire out there, but this thing brakes just fine. So, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on running the Dissector Rekon. Rekon's just not really for me, unless I'm doing like XC race, and then I'd consider it. But that's not really my style anymore. I mean, it's my style. I'm kind of an XC trail guy, and I like to dance around a little bit of enduro type stuff, but that's not my strong suit. So for me, I want something that's fast rolling, light, and has a lot of traction. So in my experience, this is the lightest setup and fastest setup that I can find that has enough traction to make me feel comfortable. So hope that helps you guys out. If there's any other tires you guys think I should try out, different brands like WTB or Michelin, or I've done the Schwalbe thing, kind of, they're not bad, they're not great in my opinion. They're good, they're solid, but I just like the Maxxis better. So I don't know, I saw a couple other brands that kind of sparked my interest a little bit, but I always end up back on Maxxis. So anyways, if this video helped you guys out, hit the thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what tire setup are you guys running. Like, what do you guys think is a good fast versus traction setup? So this is the best one that I can come up with, Dissector Aggressor. So peace.